What if I told you that this single Monstera plant could turn into 30 thriving plants before Christmas? No, I'm not crazy. And no, you don't need a greenhouse or some secret botanical degree. You just need to know one technique that nurseries don't want you to discover because, well, why would they? They're selling plants for $50 a pop. You could be growing an entire jungle from just one mother plant. I'm about to show you exactly how. I transformed my boring living room into this lush, tropical paradise in just 8 weeks. And trust me, your friends are going to lose their minds when they walk in. 3 months ago, I was sitting in my apartment staring at blank walls and feeling absolutely miserable. I had just moved to a new city, didn't know anyone, and honestly, coming home felt depressing. I had one Monstera deliciosa that my mom gave me before I left, and I remember thinking, this is it. This is the only living thing in this place that actually makes me happy. That's when something clicked. I started researching propagation, and when I realized I could multiply this plant, I became obsessed. Not just because it would save me hundreds of dollars, but because I was literally growing life, creating something beautiful. And now? Now my living room looks like a botanical garden, and I've given away probably 20 cuttings to friends and neighbors. That one plant became my connection to this new place, and you can do the exact same thing. So if you're ready to transform your space and never pay nursery prices again, hit that subscribe button to Plant Care Secret, because we're diving into propagation secrets that actually work. Here's what we're covering today. First, I'm showing you the exact cutting technique that gives you a 95% success rate instead of the 50-50 gamble most people deal with. Then, we're talking about the secret rooting method that cuts your waiting time in half. And finally, I'm revealing the timeline strategy that gets you 30 healthy cuttings before December 25th, which means you could literally have gifts for everyone on your list, or better yet, the living room of your dreams. But here's the thing, you need to start now, because propagation takes time. And if you want those roots strong and established by Christmas, today's the day. So let's get into it. Okay, quick plant science that'll make you dangerous. Every Monstera node, that little brown bump on the stems, a potential plant. It's literally a baby plant waiting to happen. Most people don't know this, so they make cuts in random places and wonder why nothing happens. Here's what you need to identify: the node, the aerial root, and the leaf. A perfect cutting has all three. The node is your non-negotiable. That's where new roots come from. The aerial root gives you a head start because it's already trying to grow. And the leaf? That's your solar panel, feeding energy to develop those roots. When I first started, I didn't understand this. I was cutting wherever and getting maybe 1 out of 5 to root. Frustrating, doesn't even cover it. But once I learned to read the plant, everything changed. Now I can look at a Monstera and see exactly where to cut for maximum success. And that's what I'm showing you today, all right? Here's where the magic happens. Grab your sharpest, cleanest scissors or pruning shears. And I mean clean wipe them with rubbing alcohol, because bacteria is the enemy here. You're performing surgery, and you want this plant to thrive, not get infected. Look at your Monstera and find a healthy stem with multiple nodes. You're going to cut about 1/4 inch below the node at a 45-degree angle. Why 45 degrees? More surface area means faster water absorption and quicker rooting. This is the difference between roots in 3 weeks versus roots in 7 weeks. Now, here's the secret. Most tutorials skip. Take cuttings from the middle and top sections of the plant, not the bottom. The bottom is woody and slow to root. The middle and top sections are actively growing, which means they're primed to produce roots fast. I learned this the hard way after wasting 2 weeks on bottom cuttings that just sat there doing nothing. Each cutting should have at least 1 node and 1 leaf. 2 nodes. Even better. 3. You're basically guaranteed success. Don't be greedy and try to make a million tiny cuttings. Give each one enough stem to work with, about 4 to 6 inches minimum. And here's a pro move. If your cutting has a large leaf, cut that leaf in half. I know, it feels wrong, but that big leaf is drinking water like crazy, and you want all the energy going to root development, not leaf maintenance. Trust me on this now, rooting method. You've got options, but I'm giving you the fastest one that actually works. Forget soil propagation for now. That's slow and you can't see what's happening. We're going water propagation with a twist. Get clear containers so you can watch those roots develop. Fill them with room temperature water, not cold tap water straight from the faucet that shocks the cutting. Let the water sit for a few hours to reach room temp and let chlorine evaporate. Place your cutting so the node is submerged, but the leaf stays above water. This is crucial. If the leaf sits in water, it'll rot. And here's the game changer I discovered accidentally. Add a tiny piece of willow branch to each container. Willows naturally produce rooting hormone, and it boosts your success rate like crazy. Can't find willow? Add a drop of liquid seaweed fertilizer. Same concept. Natural growth hormones change the water every 3 to 4 days. This keeps oxygen levels high and prevents bacterial growth. I set a phone reminder because consistency is everything here. Miss a week and you might come back to mushy stems. Place your containers in bright, indirect light, not direct sun that'll cook them. Think of a spot about 6 feet from a window. The temperature matters too. Aim for Y-75 degrees Fahrenheit. Too cold and rooting slows down. Too hot and you risk rot. Let's talk timeline, because this is where planning matters. Today is mid-December, so if you're watching this right when it goes up, you're cutting it close for Christmas. But you can still pull this off for New Year's or early January gifts. Weeks 1 to 2. You're making your cuttings and waiting for initial root development. You should see little white bumps forming by day 10 if you did everything right. Weeks 3 to 4, roots are growing longer. It's getting to that 2 to 3 inch sweet spot. This is when I start getting excited because UKNOW, it's working. Weeks 5 to 6, roots are strong enough to pot. Use a well-draining potting mix. Pot them up, keep the soil moist, but not soggy for the first week while they adjust. Weeks 7 to 8. Your baby monsteras are established and growing new leaves. This is when you realize you've actually done it. You've multiplied your plant. Here's the thing: if you start today, you can have rooted cuttings by early January and fully established plants by February. That's 30 new plants from one mother plant. 30 opportunities to transform your space or share the plant love with people you care about.